Criteria for good and evil. Good and evil. The subject of Kamma is directly related to the subject of good and evil. To understand Kamma more clearly, it is thus important to touch upon the subject of good and evil. The concept of good and evil, or good and bad, possesses a difficulty on account of the meanings of these words in English and the criteria for evaluation. What determines something to be good or evil? This dilemma, however, is primarily confined to English. The Pali terms dealing with these concepts are clearly defined, as will be discussed below. The English word good in particular has a very broad range of meaning in English. Someone who behaves virtuously is called a good person. When people eat delicious, agreeable food, they call the food or the restaurant where it is served good. An engine that runs efficiently or smoothly is called good. A wooden mallet that serves its purpose is called good. A movie that is fun and enjoyable is called good. A painting beautiful from an artistic point of view is called good. Or if it fetches a high price, it is called good. Likewise, a successful, well-managed school with clever students is called good. The same table may be called good by 3 different people, but for various reasons. The same person says it is good because he considers it beautifully crafted. The second says it is good because it serves his purpose for writing. And the third says it's good because he can sell it for a high profit. Similarly, the same object called good by one person may be called bad by others. Some things seen from one perspective are good, while seen from another perspective are bad. Some behavior in one country or society may be considered good, while in other countries or societies it is considered bad. There are no conclusive answers or completely clear guidelines. One may have to distinguish between morally good, aesthetically good, and economically good. The reason for this confusion is that these are matters having to do with a sense of value. The terms good and bad can be used across the entire spectrum when referring to a sense of value. Therefore, these terms' definitions are so broad and diverse. To avoid this confusion, we need not use these English terms, good and bad, in this context. This way, we need not discuss the relative merits or value of things as they appear to different people. There are a few points to bear in mind regarding this subject of good and evil in relation to Kamma. A. In this context of good and evil, the specific Pali terms kusala, wholesome, and akusala, unwholesome, are used, respectively. These 2 terms have clearly prescribed definitions and principles for evaluation. B. The analysis of good and evil here is directly related to the law of Kamma, Kamma niyama. In the study of Buddhist ethics, the concepts of wholesomeness and unwholesomeness are thus viewed as natural phenomena, sabhava. They are not viewed in light of a relative sense of value. The study of relative value pertains to the level of conventional truth, samadhi niyama, or of social prescriptions, sangama panyati, whose perimeters are clearly distinguished from the law of Kamma, Kamma niyama. C. The law of Kamma is connected to other laws, the connection of particular importance included. Internally, i.e. within an individual person, the law of Kamma niyama, is based on psychological laws, citta niyama, and externally, the law of nature is connected to conventional laws, sammati niyama. In regard to this latter relationship, it is important to clearly separate the boundaries between the law of Kamma and conventional laws, although there is a link between them. The wholesome and the unwholesome. Although the Pali terms kusala and akusala are frequently translated as good and bad respectively, this is not a truly accurate definition. Some things may be wholesome kusala, yet in English they may not be called good. Likewise, some things may be unwholesome akusala, but in English they may not be referred to as bad. Wholesomeness and unwholesomeness arise in the mind, and they begin by producing effects on the mind and by influencing a person's personality. These effects are then expressed outwardly. The meaning of these two terms, kusala and akusala, thus focuses on the essential basis for wholesome and unwholesome action. The principal emphasis is on the internal workings of the mind. The term kusala literally means skillful, skilled, proficient, dexterous, easeful, favourable, supportive, appropriate, virtuous, meritorious, the elimination of base, repellent qualities, or the dispelling of illness. The term akusala refers to those conditions that are foes of kusala or stand in opposition to kusala, for example, a lack of skill or a lack of ease. In the scriptures there are four principal definitions for the term kusala. 1. Arogya, freedom from illness, the state of mind free from illness, a state of mental health. This refers to those conditions and factors that are conducive to mental health and help to ward off mental illness. When these factors are present, the mind is not distressed, agitated, impaired, or weak. Rather, it is robust, nimble, pliable, and at ease. 2. Anawaja, harmless, blameless. This refers to a mind that is non-defective, non-corrupted, unblemished, and undisturbed. The mind is completely pure, clear, and bright. 3. Kosala Sambhata, springing from wisdom, stemming from intelligence. The mind is endowed with wisdom or with those attributes resulting from understanding. The mind is luminous, seeing into the truth. This is consistent with the principle stating that wholesome qualities have wise reflection, yoniso manasikara, as proximate cause, padatana. 4. Sukha vipaka, possessing happiness as fruition, leading to happiness. When wholesome qualities are present in the mind, happiness and contentment arise immediately. One need not wait for a reward or compensation from outside. Similarly, when the body is strong and healthy, aroga, when one is free of all harmful, impure, or toxic elements, anavarja, and one has the knowledge that one is in a safe and suitable place, kosala sambhata. Although one may not experience any exceptional states of mind, one is inherently happy and at ease. Some texts mention 3 more definitions for kusala: intelligent, cheka, clever, safe, Kamma, secure, and free from anxiety, Nidarata. These three definitions, however, are already included in the four definitions mentioned above. Note also that the third definition above, Kusala Sambhuta, is the primary definition for Kusala. The meaning of a Kusala can be interpreted as opposite to those definitions of Kusala above. This term refers to an unsound state of mind, to a lack of mental health. Unwholesome qualities are detrimental, reproachable, and faulty. They stem from ignorance, avidya, and bear fruit as suffering. In some they weaken and impair the mind. This stands in contrast to wholesome qualities, which support and strengthen the mind. To clarify this matter, one can describe the various attributes of a mind that is wholesome, healthy, pure, etc. Wholesome qualities, Buddhadhamma, engender these attributes or these states of mind. Conversely, unwholesome qualities, Buddhadhamma, impair or corrupt the mind. The following wholesome attributes are drawn from various passages in the Pali Canon. They range from attributes present in the minds of ordinary human beings up to those attributes present in the minds of fully awakened beings, the Arahants. Group 1. Pasada, relaxed, tranquil, calm, lahu, lightness of mind, mudu, gentle, tender, mild, kamana, wieldy, ready for work, paguna, adroit, uju, upright, not crooked, not distorted. Group 2. Mudu, gentle, mild, kamma niya, wieldy, suitable for work, pa basara, brilliant, clear, apa ba ngu, robust, not frail, samahita, steadfast, anavarana, unimpeded, unconfined, anivarana, unhindered, unobstructed, unconstrained, anupakilata, untarnished, unmuddied, anajaruha, unconstricted, unoppressed, avigata, untroubled, unafflicted. Group 3. Samahita, steadfast, balanced, even, parisuddha, pure, impeccable, pariyodata, pristine, bright, anagana, unblemished, clear, vigatu pikelesa, unstained, mudu bhuta, gentle, tender, kamaniya, wieldy, tita, and anenjapata, steady, grounded, composed, stable, unshakable, non-wavering. The next two groups are primarily composed of attributes belonging to Arahants. Group 4. Akinkana, nothing lingering in the mind, free from latent anxiety, santa, peaceful, satisfied. Asoka, sorrowless, viraja, free from dust, Kamma, safe, secure, free from danger, nichata, certed, free from hankering, sita bhuta, cooled, deeply at peace, nibhuta, cooled, calmed, seri, released, able to wander freely, satyam vasi, self-mastery, self-reliant, sukhi, happy. Group 5. Analina, unentangled, unobsessed, anadrosita, unintimidated, anupalita, unsoiled, unpolluted, anisita, independent, not dependent on anything, visanuta, unfettered, vipamuta, liberated, vimariyadikata, chitta, with an unbounded, limitless mind. For ease of memory, these attributes may be divided into various main headings. 1. Stability. Example, steadfast, steady, even, unshakable, unwavering, non-agitated, non-vacillating. 2. Purity. Example, untainted, unmuddied, unstained, unblemished, clear, bright, brilliant. 3. Freedom. Example, unentangled, unconfined, unrestricted, unbound, unafflicted, expansive. 4. Suitability for work. Example, gentle, soft, light, at ease, adroit, supple, robust, upright, not frail, unbiased, not crooked, non-deviating, not distorted. Peace. 5. Peace. Relaxed, calm, content, not stressed, not lacking, not hankering, not agitated, untroubled, undisturbed. When one is familiar with the attributes of a healthy, unblemished mind, one can examine those qualities that are defined as either wholesome or unwholesome. How do wholesome qualities support and strengthen the mind, and how do unwholesome qualities plague and spoil, weaken and afflict the mind? Here are examples of wholesome qualities. Sati, mindfulness, the ability to sustain attention. Metta, loving kindness, goodwill, the wish for others to be happy. Alobha, non-greed, absence of craving, the inclination to be generous. Panya, wisdom, penetrative insight. Passaddhi, tranquility, physical repose and mental calm, an absence of stress and restlessness. Kusala chanda, wholesome enthusiasm, love of goodness, aspiration for truth, a wish to harmonize with causes and conditions. Mudita, delight and rejoicing when others succeed or are happy. Here are examples of unwholesome qualities. Kamachanda, greed, covetousness, hankering. Bhayapada, ill will and indignation, resentment. Dina mida, despondency, discouragement. Apati, listlessness, lethargy. Udacha, kuchuka, restlessness, mental agitation, mental disturbance, moodiness. Worry, anxiety, vichikita, doubt, indecisiveness. Koda, anger. Isa, envy. Michariya, stinginess, jealousy, a wish to obstruct others. When one is endowed with loving kindness, metta, the mind is happy, peaceful and expansive. Kindness supports and strengthens the mind, and mindfulness helps to sustain attention on those things with which one is engaged. It is aware of appropriate action in specific circumstances, wards against unwholesome qualities, and prepares the mind for work. These two qualities are thus classified as wholesome. Jealousy constricts, agitates, and oppresses the mind. It clearly weakens and impairs the mind. Anger burns from within, causing mental distress, and it can quickly damage one's physical health. Craving, or just ordinary greed, entangles, distorts, and beclouds the mind, making it fretful and anxious. These qualities are thus unwholesome. Although despondency, apathy, listlessness, and restlessness, etc., are unwholesome, in English it isn't fully accurate to say that these qualities are bad. Similarly, some wholesome qualities like tranquility are not necessarily referred to as good. This demonstrates how the terms wholesome and unwholesome are not identical to the terms good and bad. By understanding the meanings of kusala and akusala, one also gains an understanding of good karma and bad karma, that is, of wholesome karma, kusala karma, and unwholesome karma, akusala karma. As mentioned earlier, intention, cetana, is the essential factor for volitional action, kamma. Therefore, wholesome intentions, kusala cetana, are defined as wholesome karma, and unwholesome intentions, akusala cetana, are defined as unwholesome karma. When wholesome and unwholesome intentions are expressed by way of body, speech, or mind, they are referred to as wholesome and unwholesome physical actions. Kaya kamma, verbal actions, vachi kamma, and mental actions, mano kamma, respectively.